All right, how's everybody doing today? A little chilly in a lot of places. Um, you know, I don't know how many people have been around watching my stuff for how long, and but a while back, years ago, as a matter of fact, I did a video talking about what hell really was, and it was actually our trip through the ice age. So all this cold weather, I talk all the time about everything is a remnant, right? It talks about that in the script. The land mass is all remnants, it's pieces, parts, right? Well, the ice and snow is a remnant too of another time. And like I said, in like Hot Tub Time Machine, they bob up and down and they go from one timeline to the other. Okay, we see that, like I've said, in these polar vortices, whatever they want to label them as, right? That's all this is. Hell is just a label for a place. Heaven is just a label for a place. Okay. Um, this is so. That's what's going on there. So up is down, left is right. So these actual surges from the north, flip it over, actually dimensions from down below, right? So, um, what else? I got some interesting stuff here. Now, some of this stuff, this is in the news quite a bit. It actually showed up on the Charlie Kirk site, assassination site. Um, Again, if you turn this sucker upside down, you got one dome, two domes, three domes. Okay? I'm just saying. I don't make this stuff up. And when you break it down, the menorah, that's called a menorah, parts of it are actually referred to as bowls or cups. Okay? This right here. And down on the stem, those are actually bowls or cups. Bowls, talk about bowls being poured out. Um, is what it is. So I've also talked about Three Eye Atlas. Okay. Becomes the UN's official target in a planetary defense exercise. Because, and this sounds weird, look, I don't make this story up. I just see it for what it is. Okay, so these guys, AI Atlas, and I have my own suspicions of where it comes from. I'm pretty sure it comes from the Orion system. I could be wrong. No, they say it's interstellar and it's not from around here, yet we look at the sky and see Orion, but remember that's in the dome. There's nothing out there. In fact, there's probably not even a comet out there. It's all just, it is what it is. It's a big play. Everything. Everything. So they went back in time to capture us, is what happened there. So in those days, we didn't have any way of even knowing they were there, how to handle them. So this is the part of the play where, we go back in time and give the younger versions of us some weapons to defend ourselves, and we take care of them, is what it is. Like I said, I don't make this stuff up. I just see it for what it is. So yeah, the weather, we've got, and they've even said there's three different waves of energy, so to speak, that are moving in, creating all this dipping, if you will, of the cold weather all the way down into Florida down here. Is what it is. The seasons are a remnant. Just like the heat in the summer is a remnant. All of it is. All of it. So, The other thing, and I don't have any screenshots for it, but it showed up in the news. Project Genesis, right? So in the script, we're to the days, which is the beginning, Genesis, right? And that was made on the 24th, give or take. And so on the sixth day, God created man. So that would make the 30th. Or if we go to that eighth day, that's going to be the second, which kind of coincides with how these storms are hitting. In fact, I often talked about Men in Black 3. And I'm sorry if you guys have never seen any of these shows. So it's really hard to, unless you've seen them, you don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm sorry for that. But, Jay jumps off of a building, time jump, and goes back in time to save Kay. And when he's done saving Kay and he goes back to his time, they cut to a scene and he's hovering right above the sidewalk for a minute and then flashes up to the top of the building and he's back in his time, right? One of these storm system is actually going to push through and it's going to sit here and hover over the Great Lakes, unfortunately. So anybody up there in Chicago and up, when they talk about lake effect snow, Buffalo and all that, I'm sure they're just going to get pounded. I saw images this morning of I-70 around the St. Louis area, and it's turned into a parking lot already. This storm, again, how long have we said there's a storm coming? So whether or not this is the storm, the time, I don't know. But, things sure are looking good. So try to stay warm. Don't let the antics get to you. It's all just a thing, right? It ain't real. I mean, it is. I can go out and hit my thumb with a hammer with the best of them, and it's gonna hurt. But as far as our world, this ain't it. So, but we're rapidly heading back there. So hold on tight. Tell everyone you love them. I love you. Take care, and hopefully we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye bye.